So again, I want you to feel where you are in space, feet on the ground, what you're sitting on, palms open. And then just take a big breath in. And you just want to exhale. Let the breath kind of go all the way over your body into your feet. And then breathe in. And then exhale. Let the breath kind of go over your body into your feet. And one more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Let the breath go over your body and into your feet. I wanted to address that it's Valentine's Day, and I did this on YouTube and I want to do it here. That a lot of people, and sometimes even us, we might also, but many people feel disconnected on Valentine's Day or disconnected in their lives. And I wanted a moment where we could use our energy, our mind, to direct our energy into a larger projection. So what do I mean? If you follow me, we'll do it together. So you breathe in and exhale, and imagine in the center of your chest, there's this beautiful green light, and it's sort of a vibratory green light. I explain it like it's Star Trek. So you're just breathing in, imagine there's this beautiful green light in the center of your chest. And it's just moving and vibrating like the borealis. Yeah, like that beautiful light in the sky. And just follow the imagination. That's really the lesson tonight in the reading, is about the great imagination. So breathe in, feel that green light in the center of your body. It's okay. You don't have to believe, you just have to imagine. And you can put your hands towards your chest if you want and move it. You don't have to. It helps me sometimes just to feel the energy, because the energy comes off my body as well as in my body. And then you're just breathing into that green light. And you want to start expanding it, like expanding that green light sort of through your body, but just to the outside of your body. And then come back to the center of your chest like an accordion. And let it shrink down a little bit, but it has a high vibration. And again, exhale, let that expand just to outside the body. This beautiful green light, this borealis color, it's just gorgeous, high vibration, and then it comes back into the center of the body. Let's just do that a few more times. Exhaling, extending that green light to the edges of your body, and then bringing it back into the center of the chest. Drop your shoulders, expanding that green light to the edges of your body, and then letting it come back to the center of your chest. And again, expanding to the edges of your body, and then bringing it back in to your chest. Expanding to the edges of your body, bringing it back into your chest, this high vibration, this green light. And now we're going to expand that beautiful green light into the room, wherever you are. And if there's somebody in the room with you, to that person, through that person, and into the room. And filling the room with that high vibration green light. And then gently come back to the center of your chest again. Nice. And again, just inhale and exhale and allow that green light to expand to the edges of your body and then through the room to the walls of the room. And then come back in. And so remember, we're doing this together. And exhale, let the light move through your body to the edges of your body, into the room, into the walls. And then back in. Do that again. We're just going to do it in quiet for a minute. Now breathe in. Relax your shoulders. Exhale the light into the room. And now bring the light to each one of us. And then come back to the center of your body. Good. And breathe in. Breathe into that green light in the center of your body. And exhale, let it move through your body, through the balls, and into the fellows who are doing this, to the rest of us here. Just so the green light emanates towards everybody else here. And then bring it back into the chest. It's almost like we're in our own bubbles. And when we exhale, we expand our bubble and we touch the side of somebody else's bubble, our Galinda bubbles, I like to think. And breathe in, back into the chest. And this time, extend that green light through the body, to the edges of the body, through the room, to the walls of the room, to the bubbles of the other people doing this work. Good. High vibration. Green is a healing color. And bring it back to your chest. You might add some good intention and love towards your fellow person and expand through the body to the edge, to the walls of the room, through the walls of the room, to the borders of your fellow participants, and come back in. Good. Very safe space. I create a very safe space for us, and we're grounded, and there's nothing to be afraid of. We're safe and protected. And I'm going to ask you to stretch yourself this time. Breathe in. Exhale that green light through the body, to the edges of the body, through the room, through the walls. And now join, just let us all merge that energy and expand it like it's a big globe, like we're part of a big globe, and we're expanding that beautiful green light out into the world. Nice. And then come on back into your own hearts, into your own chest. And again, I like the intention of love, of high energy. And allow your chest to expand. Allow the green light to go to the edges of your body, to the walls of the room, to the boundaries. Now combine your boundaries and your light, expand into a great big globe of green light emanating through the world. High energy, positive heart intention. And then come back to the center of your being and bring the green light, that light of borealis, back into the chest. This is an imaginary process. That intention can do so much that we're not aware of. And this is our positive intention, and attention. We'll do this just a few more times. The green light, expanding it to the edges of the body, expanding the light to the edges of the room, through the walls, to the edges of the boundaries, bringing the boundaries together like a globe, expanding together the green light into the world. Nice. Nice. It's just a high vibration pattern. And now you bring that back into your heart, into the center of your chest. And it's just like, oh, it's that beautiful light, that beautiful vibration, which actually creates the vibration through our whole bodies that sort of brings us up a notch. Just stay with that for a minute. Nice. Let's just do it one more time, because when we work together, we have a deeper effect. So we're going to expand, extend the green light to the edges of the body, to the walls of the room, past the walls to each other's boundary, combine boundaries into a big globe, emanating that green light with the intention of positive energy. And now bring this back, all the way back into the center of your chest. And then just stay there. You might feel a little bit lighter. You're grounded though. I have you all very grounded, so you're not going to float off anywhere. But this helps others. We may not see it, but the work we do is extended to others. And when we concentrate it, that vibratory pattern is extended to others. And so that's going to bring me into the next part, which is about our great imagination. And you can keep that green vibration in the chest going, but you just want to relax off of it a little bit. I was just listening, I think it was Wayne Dyer, but he was talking about the great imagination. And really, when we imagine something, we begin to create it. And you'll see it with great writers, or even sometimes science fiction. People are imagining something, and then a year later, or 10 years later, sometimes 20 years later, it's created. So the imagination is a huge power tool. So if you want to imagine something, put all of your intention there and start to believe in that great imagination, and it'll start to happen. It may not happen immediately, and it's not like manifesting. It's truly the great imagination. Sometimes people do it through drawing, or sometimes they do it through poems, or sometimes they do it through movies or film. Anyway, I'll come back to the great imagination. A lot of what comes through is from like the source, and the source is, again, some kind of imaginary process, because you can't really see what we're doing. I'm just planting the seeds. So it being Valentine's Day or night, that energy work we did is a soothing grid for the people who are struggling, because there are a lot of people who struggle on holidays or symbolic days that they may feel alone or abandoned or not loved. And yet here we are in this work, and it is sending a vibration that's like a love to those people. I think that's extremely important for us to do right now. And then now I wanted to bring us into a healing. This is something I learned and I'm trying to teach. I teach to my patients when I can, is we're going to focus on pain. So we're going to focus on one area of pain in the body. I don't know if we did this last week. I don't think so. It may be wrist pain. It may be back pain. It may be mental pain. It may be depression. It may be a thought, an anxiety, but go to where the pain is. I've done this. And then find the color of the pain. If there's no color, just wait for it, or assign a color to it. Just one pain, not the whole system. Let's say it's shoulder pain. You're going to go and think about the shoulder pain. You don't have to amplify it, just think about it. And then assign a color to it. Doesn't matter what color it is. If you don't see it, assign it. Use your imagination. Let that color be there. And then start to feel the pain like it's a whorl, WHORL. That's like sort of a circly knot, a whorl, like you see them in woodwork. What's a better idea of that? Spiral. See the pain as a spiral, a stuck spiral. And then just imagine that it's like a stuck spiral. It can be your thought too. But go directly to the pain. Say it's knee pain. See the color of it. You put the color on it. See the spiral of it. And then notice if you can feel that. Can you feel a circular motion to the pain? And if not, I want you to create like a circular spiral motion to that one pain area. So now you're just having the energy move in that one pain area. It's moving and there's a slight spiral to it. And just breathe and relax. And if you don't understand it, don't worry. Just it's like we're almost painting a picture. And then feel the spiral and the motion in the pain and start to unwind it. So the pain's going one way, just unwind it like it's a spool of thread. Just gently, don't have to think about it, just gently unwind it so it becomes a larger river. And you're unwinding that. And it's becoming less dense. It's becoming more watery. And yet still it's that spiral and it's a thread. And now you're just going to give that thread outside of your body to your helper. Just imagine you have a helper there who's just gently lifting that thread for you and gently bringing it outside of your body. So energy doesn't disappear, it changes. So we're just going to let it come out of the body, that beautiful spiral thread moving out of the body and handing it to your helper. And again, go back, see the spiral, see it be more watery, less dense, and then pulling the thread of it out to the body, to your helper who's next to you. And do this until you feel like the spiral is almost gone from the body. And then we're just going to go back to your helper who has that ball of thread. Put it on your shelf. This is an energy shelf for you later. Just trust me on that and make it into gold light. And done. That's done. That's an energy transfer. And again, we're using the great imagination. Sometimes this is what we call dimensional work, but sometimes we just make up names for it because we don't necessarily have a name for it. Good. Now just come back to your body and notice, does it feel different? Does that place you were working on, does it feel any different? If we can begin to do this within ourselves, then when you start on yourself, eventually it moves out to others, and then eventually it moves out to the world. So you heal yourself to help others and to help the world. And it actually works that way. We're just resting for a moment. I don't know if you feel that your energy is lifted or a little different, but things should feel slightly different. And part of that is working together. Working in a group or with just one other person or in our minds, when we start to work with the world, we can connect into that energy field. Only in a positive manner, and we only work in a positive manner. This isn't like love, like you feel romantic love or how we think of love. This is a different experience of love. And so it's more universal when we help one another like this. And I just want to remind us of that. Everybody has a lot of great energy. I don't know. I can feel you. I don't know if you can feel the energy, but it's a combined situation and it's great. And it's without personality or persona or thinking. It's what we can generate as human beings. Now we're going to do the last part of the session. And that's just to bring in this energy that you feel, maybe you don't feel, but you sort of think something's happening, and exhale and just let everything flow down through the body. And just breathe in, sort of like we're in a wave, and we're just gently floating on the wave. And we're not alone. We're never alone. We're just not alone. It may look like we're out in the ocean all alone, but we're not alone. And so we're just coming back now. This wave of light and energy, connectedness. We don't have to lose the connectedness. It's like always there if you want it. And then sometimes I think it's like a grid, and you just touch the grid in your mind, and then it lights up, and it's like we're one big city all together. All the lights are on. But still, we're on the wave. And we're coming back into our own shape. And I think now we're going to feel, I want us to feel the outside of our body. Start to feel the outside of your body. It might have a charge on it a little bit, like a static electricity. That's okay. Just feel the outside, of the body. And if you can't feel the outside of your body, it's okay just to touch your body, like touch your face, your head. I'm touching my hands, shoulders, arms, my legs. My ankles feel strange. I'm going to touch them. It's just to bring back the density of the body, which we're so lucky to have, to get to do the work we want to do. And then I like to touch the top of the head, the middle of the forehead, the throat, the chest, solar plexus above the tummy, right below the tummy, the knees, and the soles of the feet, if you can reach them. If not, just imagine it. And then open your eyes. I want you to open your eyes. So we're all here. Everybody's so beautiful. And then if you feel a little spaced out or too relaxed, do this with your hands. You want to rub your hands together and then gently put the hands on your face and on your eyes. It's warm. It just brings you back, and then place them on your heart. And then we'll end the session with breathing into our heart, having our appropriate boundaries back in place, leaving in our Galinda bubbles, or our bubbles of like protection, filled with love for ourselves. Goodbye. Happy Valentine's Day.